Hello guys, I'm Madal and welcome back to my channel. Today we are gonna do the materials for the katana. After we modeled it, we need to give the best looks for it. So let's get started with the blade, of course. Let's render it. I will go to environment and let's bring a sky texture. Just for looks, to see it better. I will check transparent so I'll see only the object. Maybe I will change some things here. Okay, let's go. First off, for the metal, I will go with a nice texture, Control Shift, so I can preview it. Maybe I need to enable the shortcut UI. That's much better. So Control T. So I will bring the texture coordinates from Node Wrangler, and now this will be squeezed like that. Maybe I can rotate them. Okay, that's fine. So I will plug this into the base color. Let's take a look. But I need to bring a color ramp so the colors will be more subtle. Yes, something like that. Maybe a bigger scale. Let's go with 20. Let me see. No, 10. 10 looks okay. Now let's go with full metallic, roughness 0.3. Let's change I need to change some of the settings from the sky. Okay, so that's the texture. Now for the katana, by the way, it's clenched, I guess it's called. It's gonna have a rough line around the edge of the blade, so I need to do that also. I'm gonna bring a weight texture. Let's see, Control T, and if I go with object, it's gonna be bigger. Yes, that's perfect. That's just what I'm looking for. I'll move this apart so we can visualize it better, because it's gonna get more than just these nodes. I'll bring another color ramp because I need also the color ramp, and I need it a lot harder. So let me see where I can bring it. Okay, something like that. Not too much distortion, but maybe more details for the texture, something like that. A little bit bigger. Okay, that's perfect. Now I'll plug it into roughness. So let's take a look. So whatever it's perfectly black, that's I guess fully roughness. That's fully reflective. But we need some midpoint, so I will go with some kind of light gray, and here a darker gray, so it's not perfectly clear, but you can see the line. And of course, if I press Ctrl Shift and right click, I'll bring a mix node, and it's gonna be here. In here I go for roughness, and if I change it to multiply, this looks good. Let's check. Maybe I need to change that. Okay, so it's something like that, maybe a little bit more black and a little bit more white, but I need to get them more clear. Okay, this looks good, but we are having the same pattern here. If I show this up, we have the same pattern here, and that's unfortunate. Let me name this metal 1. That's gonna be metal 1, and we are gonna need also metal 2. Let's keep it metal 2, so it's all simple. Okay, metal 22, because I have the old materials from the test. Okay, so I go with metal 1. That's fine, and I'll add another another slot for material, and I go with metal 22 that I just created. And this metal, it's gonna be only with this texture because it's gonna be only in this area. Let me select it, and I'm gonna delete it. I'll go to the first slot and I need to copy the lighter white. I go to hex, just copy the code. I messed up. And here in the mix RGB, I can put the color, and it should be a match between this and this. But for the moment I didn't select anything, so I need to select them. I enable the layout. I already selected it. So that's gonna be the side where I do the selection to add the second material. So if I click assign, now it's all perfect. If I take a look, it should be a perfect match in between of them. So that's just perfect. We have the line created by forging. By the way, a katana is forged. Let's take a look from distance. Good, that's perfect. Now let's go to the material of the guard. So for this I will go with a bronze material. Of course I need to name it bronze too. So okay, that's the naming. And now what I'll do for this metal, it's gonna be like bronze. So all the way metallic, it's a metallic material. For the roughness, I'll keep it like that for the moment. And I'm gonna bring a noise texture. Let's take a look. I'll also plug it into roughness, and that's pretty good. But I'll bring a color ramp, so it's gonna be the patterns from the noise are gonna be more visible. Now let's take a look into the material, because they are too harsh. So again, black is not all the way black, somewhere around here, and white is not totally, it's something like that. Let's take a look. That's pretty good. Control T, so I bring a mapping node. That's just perfect. Okay, and I'll bring a Voronoi texture. Let's take a look. For the randomness, maybe I'll leave it like that. Control T also, so I have the proper mapping. Now the scale is gonna be bigger, so something like that. I'll bring a color ramp, because I don't want it all the way black. Go to vector, bump, and it's gonna take that look like it's the shape, it's hammered. Let's take a look. But of course it's hard, the bump effect, it's hard. So I'm gonna go with 0.04. Let's see how it looks. It just has to give the idea of hammering, not hard hammered. Let me disable the noising. That's just better because I don't have an RTX. 0.6. Let's check how it looks with 1.6. That's acceptable. Now again, I will press Ctrl Shift and right click, and I bring a mix RGB. And let's take a look. If I go with multiply, that's just a better result. And for the color, maybe I'll do the same thing. Like I'll duplicate the mix RGB. I'll take this color. That's just a test for the moment. Let's take a look at what I'm getting. And this, so if it's multiply, let me check. Let's see how it looks. That's pretty good. Maybe more. Yes, that's better. So the hammering, it's more accentuated in this part, so I can go lower, like 0.4. I'll go with the same material for the guard. This looks good, but maybe a little less visible. 0.4. Okay, and the cap it's gonna have the same material. Now for the handle by itself, I thought about uh, an emitting handle, so red light. Of course I have the material, so I need to name it red light 2. That's perfect, and this material is gonna be an emissive red. So I'm gonna go all the way up, red, and just to check the colors. Let's see what. So that's perfectly red. Okay, maybe the strength can be a little lower. Let's go with 30. 1 4. Need another material here, like that. And we are gonna need a material for the wrap. So that's gonna be wrap 2. And I'm gonna bring wave texture. So let's take a look. Control T. So it's all mapped properly. Now for the scale, let's say I will go with 35. And I'll just move them a little bit away. Shift D, I duplicate them. Let's take a look. Control Shift and left click so I can preview it. And if I change it to Y, it's gonna be the other way. Now of course this has to be bigger, so I'll go with 70. It's just double of 35. Now Control Shift right click, and it's gonna bring a mix shader. I'll go with multiply. Maybe I'll change it like that. So somewhere around here. Now I'll bring a bump map, a bump node, and I plug it into normal. Let's have a look. Of course this wrap is gonna be black, but as nothing in the world is perfectly black. We are not gonna go all the way. As you can see, it's the value here. I'm gonna go with 0.301, somewhere around here. The strength is too much. Let's go with 0.2. And now it's a play of, let's go with 50, 100. This looks good. So I'll have the same material here with wrap 2. And these are the materials for the katana. Let's have again a look how it looks with zero light, just the emission of the handle. That's really cool. Let me disable the transparent. That's a cool handle. That was the tutorial for today. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. The model with the materials will be available on my CD Trader account. I will leave a link down into the description. Further away in the next tutorial I will show you an animation with this katana, how we can animate it. Leave me a like, subscribe and comment if you have any questions. That was me. Bye.